So this is part 2 of the Great West Coast Tsunamis and Earthquakes. Now 444, what does that mean? Well, when you study Hebrew numbers, and 4 is the number of a door, a square, a door, something that is four-legged. I can't really tell you exactly what 444 means. I mean, I'm not sure if I feel led to. But it deals with a door. Okay, I guess I am being led to. It deals with a door. The number 4 is a door. So it deals with the letter Dalet. Dalet is the 4th letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Dalet in modern Hebrew, Dalet in ancient Hebrew, not very different. It's number. It means a door. Its symbol is a tent flap on a tent door. It's a flap. Dalet comes from Dela or Dala, which means to dangle. To dangle, as in dangling something on a rope. And that is why the tent flap gets its name, because it dangles, and that is why it's a door, or it swings, just like a door swinging on a hinge, like a bucket on a rope. It swings and it dangles. A door swinging on a hinge, a tent flap, flapping in the wind, or flap when somebody goes past it. It just dangles. And so it may mean that these things are near. They're even at the door. They are near and they are even at the door. Now, when something is in 3, shalesh, excuse me if you speak modern Hebrew, I speak old Hebrew, ancient Hebrew, so there may be a difference in pronunciation, but shalesh, number 3, shalashah, or I think some people, they call it shalosh, shalosha in modern Hebrew, I'm not sure. But shalesh, shalashah, shalush, shalusha. Number 3, period. Number 3. Number 3 is dealing with power, strengthening something in its strength. So it also deals with a third witness, sureness, something that is sure. Because you said you got 2 witnesses, okay, you can confirm this thing, okay, there's 2 witnesses, so this thing could be, but a third witness makes something sure. It strengthens it, like a captain who's of the 3rd rank. In ancient times, a captain of a 3rd rank, very high rank. And so I guess these things are near and at the door. And as I say that, my time just hit 333. So when you have 4 3 times, it's saying surely this is at the door, or surely it's near. That would be what it's saying. 444 is when it seemed like when it's going to occur. I'm not saying that exact time. I'm just saying that seems to be what the message. And go to Yah, seek Yah, let Him confirm to you what it actually means. This is just my opinion, my interpretation, based on how I feel He's leading me and what wisdom He's giving me. But only He's correct, only He's true, only He truly knows. I'm just an errand boy, person, watchman. So 444. Also, 4 plus 3 is 7. 4 3 times. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 is the number of order. 7 is the number of satisfaction, fulfillment. Now, I'm not trying to get into numerology and gematria and none of that stuff. But sometimes He does communicate in numbers. and numbers do have meaning. And in Hebrew, the numbers actually have real meaning. They're words that mean actual things. Like Chamesh is the number of a rib. It means to harness. Like you see in scripture say, and it smote him under the fifth rib. The first rib that you can count below the chest, you start counting down, and there are only 5 ribs before you get to the small ribs that don't really curve around the organs. There's only 5 ribs. So the number of a harness, it means to harness, to keep tight, secure, keep things in. You know, this number 7, Shib'ah, I think they call it Shiva, but Shib'ah, it means satisfaction or fulfillment. So it means to swear, as in to make a covenant. Like Be'er Shiva. Be'er Shiva is the well of 7, or the well of swearing, where the well that Abraham dug and slew 7 lambs to make a covenant. That's his well. So numbers actually do have a meaning, and they do actually mean things, but we're not to get into those and start making it like some kind of weird sorcery that we're just trying to find numbers and meanings in everything. No, it's when he actually communicates with numbers that we need to see what this means. If he's leading us to see. If he don't lead us to see, then we don't. We just give it to him and let him reveal in his time when he wants. But I think this means so. Now, enough about 444 and 5 and 7 and all those different numbers and 3. This great earthquake and West Coast tsunami. When I put this warning out, I was able to contact people I had not contacted in years since I had left California. It was the first time I was able to contact them. And everybody I contact, I was able to get in touch with, except for maybe one person, because they had changed the number. And bottom line, Yah has confirmed this time and time and time again. And after I put this out, there were at least 2 or 3 news, scientific and mainstream news outlets that also put out a warning that FEMA and the government and the British Columbian government and Fox News and Kaku and all these different people warned that this earthquake and tsunami was coming and is definitely going to hit. Except they're downplaying it. They're saying it's going to be a lot less devastating than what it actually is, but they're saying it's going to be very, very devastating. Then recently there have been more and more and more of these coming out. People saying, one guy said it's going to be like 5 Katrinas wrapped all together, and that I put out a message that said he still downplayed it and said basically in property damage, but not really in lives. When I put out the message, I said it's going to be worse than Hurricane Katrina, which I dealt with. I put out that, and so there's been confirmation on top of confirmation that this thing is coming, and it's coming shortly. It's coming sooner than people think, and he's giving people time to move out of California. Some people, he may have to stay there for one reason or another, to minister to people in their last little few, who knows. He may be keeping people there to minister, but it's about to be done. People need to move out of California and the West Coast. It's going to hit all the states on the West Coast, not just California, but California is going to be particularly devastated. And parts of California may fall into the sea. My wife also had a dream. She was in California, and my mother and sister were going to going bowling in real life. But in the dream, she was at a bowling alley with one of my other sisters who lived in California until I wanted her to get out and she moved. and the earthquake struck while they were in the door frame, and well, we're in a bathroom, not in the door frame, in the bathroom. And so the first one shook, and it knocked the bricks out of joint, out of the mortar out of joint, and knocked them crooked in the wall to where they were stair stepping almost in various parts throughout the wall. And my wife could tell you the dream better, it's her dream, but then they were afraid they were going to leave, and my sister went into the doorway, and then my wife was getting her stuff together and putting it in her bag, and she began to leave, and she was by a stall, and then all of a sudden, that was the first quake, the warning shot, and then the actual quake hit, and it was so powerful, it shook the whole building. It opened the ground, and she fell in, and all she saw was her in the stalls falling into darkness, while she looked at my sister's face in horror. My sister was completely terrified, watching her fall down into the bed or into the darkness. And then she just sat there feeling it's like the Most High wanted her to feel the absolute terror of this dream. It's coming sooner than you think. He put this message on my heart very strongly to get out, to warn the people of California to leave. Don't stay. Leave. Many people who stay, even that believe in the Father, will die. But He may have people there for a reason. Seek the Most High, see what you can do to get out. If you think, well, how can I leave? How can I do this? He'll provide a way. Have faith. If He tells you to stay, then listen. But I'm getting out what I need to get out, and that's, look, people of California, y'all gotta get out of there. It's coming. Parts of California are gonna fall into the sea. The entire West Coast is going to be shaken. I'm not the first to say this. I'm not the last. But this is a strong warning. Get out of California while you still got a chance. Leave. This may be your last warning. Shalom.